Hi there, it's Tim. This is a follow-up to one of my videos I did recently where I passed the 400 kilometer mark, and now I'm about 1,000 kilometers. I'm not exactly sure where I'm at, and I'll explain that later on. Alrighty, so I've had quite a response on the YouTube channel, and lots of people have been watching the videos and asking lots of questions. Anthony asked me a question about the weight limit. He thought that the 09 had a weight limit of 220 pounds. All I can do is speak to the fact that I am not 220 pounds. I'm about 275, and this thing hauls me around no problem at all. Frank asked if I use a backpack when I'm out and about, and I do. I have two backpacks. I have one that I use for my grocery shopping, and then another one that I use for just if I'm going out and about, like for example right now. I guess you have a little tiny one there. The unit itself has been really good. Couple of flat tires, that's about it. One major piece of equipment failure was here on the controller, and that's why I don't know how far that I've gone exactly. My last controller, the trigger itself broke inside, and I tried repairing it myself. I wasn't successful. I took it back to where I bought it from, and I was able to get a used one, so that worked out. So that's, as a result, the mileage on there only shows about 153 kilometers, but of course it's a lot more than that. It's approximately 1,000 kilometers now. Tires, as I mentioned, the tires themselves, these tires, I prefer the air-filled tires. I did try the hard tires without the airless tires, I guess, and I just didn't like the ride. I found the ride wasn't nearly as smooth, and more importantly, it just didn't feel as good for moving around, and the performance was really quite a bit lower. People ask me where do I park it when I go out and about. I actually don't. I don't even have a lock for it. I bring it with me everywhere. So for example, if I'm going to go into the grocery store, I basically just put the grocery bag right here, or put my backpack right on the front, and I just push it through the store, add my stuff to the backpack, fill up, and move along. The way I look at it is it's just like a grocery cart to me. Steep hills are still a pain in the butt when you're big like me. There's no getting around it. What I do, if I have one particularly long steep hill, there's one on my way to the university that I go to, and what I've done in the past is just I have a short walk. I just walk up the steepest part of the hill and don't worry about it. And then the last question I'm going to answer, here in Canada at the present, I don't think there are many laws. I'm not aware of any, and if somebody else is, by all means let me know. I'm not aware of any laws right now that tell me how fast I'm allowed to go, and tell me where I'm allowed to ride them, sidewalks or the roads. But if somebody else does, by all means let me know. At present, what I typically do is just ride it around nice and easily. I'm not speeding, I'm not driving like an idiot, and I find that seems to be really the best way to do it. I think what my plan is now is the place where I bought it is actually just around the corner here, and they have a bunch of other models. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and borrow the 010X, the 08, and maybe some other brands like the Mercane, and do some tests with those as well, and just see what else is out there, what else is in the market. I know also there was another company called Apollo. I think it's a Canadian company. It's very similar to the Zero line, but the warranty seemed pretty amazing. So that's it for the review. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, put those down in the comments, and as always, just make sure you're riding safely. Helmets on, lights on, especially at night, and this thing has amazing lights.